I'm not threatening you. Say one more word, and that's 30 days. 30 days.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Sovereign Citizens Hall of Fame with your boy TP. Today we are courtroom hopping into, for the first time, Judge Lee out of the state of Kansas. This is actually going to be a second appearance hearing for Mr. Isaiah Kirvin. If you do not know who Isaiah Kirvin is, let me remind you.
You still haven't told me what you're going to ask you. What was the nature and cause of this
My legal intent is to conduct a jury trial on you Wednesday with the jury.
And what was the nature and cause of this whole before all that? What was
The
your nature
nature of this charge is that you were allegedly operating a motor vehicle without a license in Greenwood County, Kansas, November 9th, 2023. That's the nature. Now,
and you said it's, and I asked,
we're not doing this.
I said a question. So when I asked you what jurisdiction, the Constitution grants the courts the two jurisdictions. Which one is common law, and the other one is maritime admiralty law. You said it's neither one of them.
Sir, you better go back to law school because I don't think you got the education you need to represent yourself.
As you can see, he was in Judge Webster's courtroom for his first appearance. Many of you, I don't know what's going on with the Judge Webster thing, but she doesn't seem to get a lot of love. But today, Mr. Kirvin is in Judge Lee's courtroom. Sorry about the lighting, guys. I had to do this really quickly in the car. I'm still working, but I wanted to make sure that I got this second appearance out to you guys. If you saw the first appearance, then you know that Mr. Kirvin, he can be a handful. And if you have not seen the appearance, please go back and watch that first, because this will help you to understand this one even better. But let me stop talking. I'm in this car. Let me get out of the way. I'm excited to jump into Judge Lee's courtroom for the first time. So let's check it out, guys.
All right. The next matter is State versus Isaiah Kirvin, 24 TR 17. There's a name of Isaiah Kirvin on the screen. Please turn on your monitor.
I'm here.
Mr. Kirvin, is the headgear you're wearing a religious item?
It's a cap. I'm outside. It was snowing out here. I'm in Oklahoma City. I'll take it off in a second. That's why I got my jackets on. Yeah, it's kind of cold outside. No problem. Yeah.
Thank you. All right. This is your first appearance. We were scheduled for an earlier date. Mr. Kirvin did not appear at that time. A 30-day suspension letter was ordered to be sent. Mr. Kirvin apparently contacted the clerk's office following at some point in intervening and requested hearing. So we're here today for first appearance. Mr. Kirvin, you are charged with driving without a valid driver's license, or no DL. That is a Class B non-person misdemeanor. A B misdemeanor is punishable up to 6 months in the county jail and a fine not to exceed $1,000. Not saying that's what the penalty will be. It's just what the maximum available under Kansas law. You have the right to a trial if you are subject to a jail sentence, or if that's a possibility, then if you wish to have an attorney but could not afford one, you could apply to the court. If you met the financial guidelines, then I would appoint an attorney to represent you. However, if a person is not facing a jail sentence, then they're not entitled to court-appointed counsel. We'll take that up as go further. Additionally, at a trial, you would have the right to be presumed not guilty. The state would have the burden of proof of beyond a reasonable doubt. You would have the right to cross-examine the state's witnesses. You have the right to call witnesses on your own behalf and to utilize the court subpoena power to make sure they attend. Additionally, you would have the right to testify or not testify as you see fit. If you chose not to testify, that could not be used against you in determining if you're guilty or not guilty. You understand your rights, sir?
I do. Yes, sir.
In a moment, I'm going to ask how you wish to proceed in regards to a plea. Right now, do you have a plan in regards to an attorney? Are you hiring an attorney, asking the court to appoint, representing yourself?
Represent myself, Your Honor.
Very well. Mr. Kirvin, you looks like you're 33 years old. So absent some other compelling reason, you'd be able to represent yourself. If you wish to, I'm going to ask what your plea is. If you wish to have a trial, if you wish to, I don't know if you qualify for a diversion, if you wish to try to get the case resolved either through counsel or yourself with the county attorney's office, any of those things, then your plea should be not guilty. If you choose to plead guilty, then we would proceed to sentencing. I would hear from both parties in a pronounced sentence. If you plead no contest, that is then if the state were to present what we refer to as a proffer, a person who's pleading no contest are not challenging the charge, but they're not pleading guilty per se. If there's a proffer that supports the facts that would result in a guilty verdict, then that person would be found guilty and we'd proceed to sentencing in the same manner as I described before. With those things in mind, how do you wish to plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Are we on the record?
Yes.
So on the record before I make a plea, I'd like to simply state that I do not understand the nature and cause of the action in regard of the elements of my personal jurisdiction, the venue, and the nature cause of action until the prosecution has properly allegedly them for me, and therefore I'm not able to enter a plea until then. I'd like to know if it's going to be if I'm going to be tried under common law, or is it going to be under maritime law?
Can you speak up a little bit? It's difficult to hear you.
I got my headphones on. Did you hear what I said, or just what part did you need to?
I heard part of what you said. So,
okay. I was saying, for the record, I did not simply understand nature and cause of action brought against me, with regards of the elements of our personal jurisdiction, and also the nature cause of action until the jurisdiction, the prosecution has let me know what they're going to try me underneath, so I can let you know what I'm going to make my plea. I'm not really sure if it's under common law or is it maritime law. So I can know how to defend myself, and then I can enter my plea.
Have you filed a motion for discovery in this case?
I filed in I put a special appearance in affidavit in about a week ago.
Well, there's something that's listed as correspondence in the court file. I'm looking at it now. It's not an official pleading. Neither does it state that you've requested information from the state that we refer to as discovery.
You didn't receive. I emailed. I actually faxed the special appearance. Did you receive it?
There's a document that looks like it is served or before a notary in Oklahoma that reflects what appears to be your signature. It says respondent beneficiary of the named defendant constitutional rights / benefits.
It should
Is that
be like
the document you're referring to?
Yeah, I think is it just only one they went through? Because there's like 4 pages, 4 or 5, a few pages that went through, not just one.
There's a 1-page document.
There's only one. It's supposed to be more. I faxed to more over there. It was supposed to be like 4 pages.
It's 1 page. Where it begins is at the top. It says the Supreme Court said in U.S. versus Mirsky.
Yeah, I have a copy right here with me. I think you're just referring to the last page, and I sent like 4 pages of them. I think I got it notarized at the end of it, and I think the notary already sent the last page to you, but it was supposed to be 4 more pages to go with that. And that was the special appearance.
All right. Are you entering a plea of guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
I cannot answer a plea at the moment because I'm not sure what I'm going to be tried under. What jurisdiction am I going to be tried under? I do not understand the nature of the cause of action brought up yesterday.
Well, I've explained what you're charged with.
Yes.
I'm going to put you down as a plea of not guilty, and set this matter for trial. If you wish to,
How do, because I was, my special appearance didn't make it. I need to resend it as well. Can I reset it so I can have a chance to resend my special appearance because it didn't make it into, I guess you only had the last copy of it. There's more pages that you didn't receive. I need to enter that in beforehand. How can I reset it so I can do that? I have time to do that. I can do it today, and we can reset it for this same time next week if that's okay with you.
I'm going to go ahead and set this for trial. You can, if you have pretrial motions that you'd like to address, they need to be properly filed.
Okay.
Sometimes if people are representing themselves, they're still held to the same standard as an attorney would be.
Yes, sir.
And sometimes people don't have the experience to do that correctly. So there's an advantage to having an attorney. But I'm going to set aside 2 hours for bench trial.
I'd like to be tried by jury if that's okay. If I'm going to be separate trial, if it has to be separate trial.
Have you made a written request for trial by jury?
I have not. This is my first appearance today.
If you're seeking to have a jury trial, then you're going to need to file a written motion in that regard.
Okay.
Again, pursuant to Kansas law, there are restrictions in that regard. When we set a jury trial, I generally have a pretrial date that we have. You will be required to be here at Elk County to conduct that hearing. If you have pretrial motions that you're wishing to have heard, we typically would do that in advance at a pretrial. I'm going to set a pretrial date at this time. It'll give you an opportunity to place your written motion for request for jury trial. We will set that hearing for, Sarah, can you give us a date within 30 days?
How long would you like for the pretrial, sir?
Anytime is fine before the 17th.
Hour.
That's about 1 hour. Okay.
Miss Gillette, on the 17th, do you have very much scheduled with Satterfield for your half day?
Can I do another day besides the 17th? I can't make that day. I have something on that day. Is there maybe the 15th or maybe after the 17th? That's the one day I cannot make.
We could do the morning of May 1st at 9 a.m.
Okay.
So May 1st at 9 a.m. That will be in person at the Elk County Courthouse in Howard, Kansas. You'll need to appear at that time. You'll need to have your pretrial motions filed, including your request for a jury trial. At that time, if everything's in order, we'll set a trial. Counsel, anything further?
Not on Mr. Kirvin, Judge.
Mr. Kirvin, anything further today?
No, Judge.
Very well. With that, we are adjourned.
Well, guys, we have come to the end of this courtroom proceeding. And once again, forgive me for the lighting. Like I said, I'm still working. Wanted to get this video out to you guys, but oh man, I expected a little something different from Mr. Kirvin, but why should I, right? Same old thing. He started out real subtle, real nice, and he went right into the admiralty law, or am I being tried in common law? And if you've seen Judge Webster's proceeding that had Mr. Kirvin in it, we remember he asked her the same thing, and she clearly answered that this is criminal law. So, he's once again playing the same game. He sent the facts, and according to him, some of the facts didn't make it to the courtroom. But we know that normally when you send the facts, they normally confirm that all pages are sent. Not to say that it isn't a possibility that something like that could happen, but more than likely with this guy, he's smooth talking, very subtle. He comes off very nice, but he's definitely finagling. He's definitely being deceptive. So I have that third appearance for you guys. Like I told you before, this was going to be a 3 appearance thing. I'm I'm just looking forward to seeing what happens tomorrow, to seeing, you know, if there's going to be a conclusion to this thing or if this thing is just going to drag on. But without further ado, guys, we're going to get ready to get out of here. Once again, I just wanted to keep my word and make sure I got this video to you guys tonight. This is Sovereign Citizens Hall of Fame. And guys, yep, court is adjourned. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.